Hey everyone, my name is Daniel, an indie game dev who's making a shoot 'em up roguelike game called Assault with the Unity game engine. And that's exactly the topic of this video. What is the right engine for you? How do you find out without experimenting, and should you even use an engine? First of all, what is a game engine? In short, the engine has done all of the basic stuff like collisions, sprite rendering, handling animations, and many other things. In addition to that, most engines support components or pre-made scripts like the rigid body in Unity, which handles physics. In total, a game engine just takes away the really hard work that you need to do without one. But on the other hand, there are also advantages with making a game without an engine. For example, you're less limited and more flexible. In addition to that, a lot of people just prefer how everything is in one big script, which isn't the case for most engines. However, I personally like having a game engine where a lot of the more complicated and basic work is already done. But how did I find the right engine for me? And before you think there's no right engine for you, you can also use multiple engines. For example, Jonas Tarola, creator of Will You Snail, uses Game Maker, but Unity as well. Now with no more words, let's get to step number 1, which is to know what games you want to make. Already from there you can exclude a lot of engines from your selection. If you want to make 2D games, like I do, Unreal Engine isn't the right thing for you. Next, there's money. If you don't want to pay anything to make games, you can exclude so many engines again. Here it takes a little bit of research, but in comparison to the time you would have spent on experimenting, there is no expenditure of time. After you still have a few engines after these 2 filters, we can also have a look at popular games made in each engine. This not only tells you that you can be really successful using each engine, but what it's all capable of. For example, not every engine could have handled massive games like both Ori titles because of technical limitations or performance problems. It could also tell you if your art style, in case you got one, matches the engine possibilities. Look at Pico 8 for instance, which only allows for this retro pixel art style. Here just look at the games and decide if it could be something in the direction of the games you would like to make someday. So don't have too much trouble finding popular games made in each engine. I made a tiny list for you. Of course, there are many more engines like Godot, Construct, Corona Labs, the list goes on. If you still haven't found the perfect engine for you, look at reviews, but please only the serious ones. Try to form your opinion based on a couple of very contrasting user reviews and not just one. It helps a lot when reading really bad and really good to see both disadvantages and advantages. This might have been the most time-consuming step, but some of you now have found the engine that fits them. And in case you still haven't found one, it helps a lot to look for documentation and see how things are done inside of the engine. Does the working style fit yours? Do you understand why things are done a specific way? Do you like the interface? After answering questions like these, you very likely found a game engine that fits you, and if there are still 2, maybe both of them are for you. If you're really unlucky, you decided on the wrong one, and then I'd advise you to look for one that is similar but doesn't have these little issues that annoy you. In the end, I still hope so much that you can find the right engine with these simple steps here. I'd also appreciate it so much if you liked this video and subscribed. In case you like to join my Discord server, A link is in the description. With that said, see you next time. Cheers!